Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. My name is Da Vinci Jeremy. You know how I do. I'm in the pod 5x5, still live here in Dubai. Today, I'm going to be talking about something very special, how you can save your life with crypto. I'm going to be joining with my very good friend here, Monica. She currently lives in Malibu, right,
I
Monica?
do live in Malibu.
Yes, and we have been friends for a very long time, right? We've been friends since, what was it, like way back in 2022, 2023, I think it was?
Maybe even earlier.
Exactly, I know, it's been a long time. And yeah, when I first met you, I was living in a small house. It was a 2-bedroom house, and you came knocking on my door as a salesperson to sell my house. And you're thinking, well, who cares? People come knocking on the door every time. But what was amazing is this girl here. Well, she came to my door in the middle of winter, minus 15 degrees, right? And I'm like, what the heck? It's freezing. This beautiful girl is outside my door and she wants to sell my house. So I think she's going to sell my house if she's that determined, right? So that's some serious determination. What made you go outside and do that?
Thanks, Da Vinci. That's so funny. I was going out to look for the business.
Yes, I know. But man, I swear to God, how did you get that determination? Where did that come from to go and sell houses? Because I mean, you were serious. You sold all my properties and stuff like that, and bought some properties for me way back in that days, and I was so impressed. So how did you do it? Where did that zest come from?
You know, it just starts with a goal. If you have something in mind, you just do anything to get there. Exactly.
And then you have to focus on that goal. You have to know what your goal is, where you're going in life, and go directly for it. You have to plan, and then, it's okay if you think, oh, this goal is not possible, but believe to yourself that I'm going to find a way to solve this problem, and I'm going to get through it no matter what. It doesn't matter if no one else has done it before, you're going to do it, because you're determined. And it just starts with your own mind believing it, doing it, and then coming up with the solutions along the way. It's okay that you don't know the path right now, but decide in your brain right now, you're going to go for that goal, even though everyone's telling you it's impossible. So with that said, you are actually on your own Mission Impossible, aren't you?
I am. I have a 2.5-year-old daughter that was acting atypical. She wasn't meeting her milestones. And so we went on the journey to try to figure out how to help her.
Yes.
And through many lab tests and genetic testing, we found out that she has 2 Gaba A mutations and a mutation on her X chromosome. And so that led me down the path of learning everything I could about gene variants and brought me to where I am today.
Yeah, so I know you seem to be a genius in gene variants, and when you were talking to me, I was like, "What?" It's sort of like when I did my own study on the COVID virus and how all the different complex. I was like, I wanted to understand how a virus worked because I didn't believe the government would tell me the truth. I was right. So yes, you are on a mission to save your daughter's life. And here you have this beautiful website. I'm going to have this brought up here for everybody to see. You can check it out. You can donate to this cause. Your daughter has a very unique genetic disorder, right? That at first she was progressing normally, and then all of a sudden she started regressing. And so tell us a little bit about that journey and how you felt as it went through, because people want to understand your journey and how it all progressed. So tell us the story of your daughter.
So as Eleanor was growing up, she wasn't crawling, and her peers were crawling around her. When it came time to start walking, all of her friends were walking around her, and Eleanor still hadn't lifted off the ground and taken her first step. And so I went to the doctor and I asked if they noticed anything, and my doctor said no. And at that point, I had known that I was going to get a second opinion. No matter what the doctor was going to say, I was going to get a diagnosis because I knew from having an older child that something was different. And that started off the journey to getting the diagnosis, which was very hard and long. And I cried almost every night. And thank goodness for Google, because that's what helped me find answers that my physicians weren't looking for. And with genetic testing, we got the results of mutations in Gaba A and Rett syndrome.
Wow. Okay. So, how did you feel when you heard that and you finally knew what the problem was?
When I had the diagnosis, I had a sense of relief because I knew that if I knew what it was, then I could find a way to fix it.
Okay. So you knew what it was, and what was the next thing that you wanted to do? What was the next thoughts in your mind in order to go on with? Was it to give up, or was it to continue on and come up with solutions?
Well, first of all, the physicians that I was working with at the time told me that it was so rare that they didn't have enough information. And they told me
Wow.
this phrase that just burns within me, and they told me to just wait and see.
Yeah. No.
Knowing my personality, Da Vinci, I know
Yes.
that you know that that's not possible.
No. Not at all. Not at all. Wow.
So I knew that if the science was out there, then the answer was close by. And I started researching publications on Gaba A, and I found a list of researchers who had made publications on the topic. I reached out to them. I've now partnered with them. Our family is funding research at 2 hospitals, and we are learning basic science about 2 of the Gaba A variants, 2 of which my daughter has the mutations in. But there's 17 more that we need to learn about, because the other 17 variants, they range from having symptoms of epilepsy, schizophrenia. Some children lose the ability to use their hands, so they can't even feed themselves.
Wow.
They lose the ability to speak in some of these variants, and others have to do with addiction.
Yes.
So
Yeah. So basically, if you solve this problem, you might end up solving a lot of other problems as
Right.
well in humanity, right? Such as addiction. Is that correct?
yeah, if you can fix, I truly believe that if we have the science behind us and we can fix the mutation in the gene, then there's a high probability that the addiction will no longer be there.
Wow. Awesome. Awesome. So that gives you a reason to help with this project, to find, a way to help make genetic changes in people and make it in a positive way. So why don't you all head over to her website today and donate. You also donate with crypto, because I'll leave a link in the description below with her crypto address on where you can donate, and also this website, so that you can donate to this great cause. So with that said, thank you for coming on the show. I
Thanks,
really
Da
appreciate
Vinci.
it, you having
I
having you here.
appreciate you.
And this crypto is not all for criminals. It's also for helping people around the world solve, great issues in humanity, and for the positive. So that's the beautiful thing about crypto. I see this crypto changing the world in massive ways, because people will be able to save real money that won't lose value and use it for good, because the most of us are good, and the rest of the people, like at the top, who run our financial system, they're not so good. So I know a lot of people who watch this show are positive people, and they help support. So make sure you help support this great cause. Thank you again for coming.
Thanks, Da Vinci.
Cheers.
Thank you.